What's going on, everyone? It's DV, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use the sickle for some awesome seasonal farming. So we got this little layout here. It's actually pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you how this works in a minute. Basically, what we're going to be doing is farming a ton of pumpkins today. You can see I've been experimenting with wheat, and so this is ready for some pumpkins. So Cletus is here, and it is fall. So this is actually going to work really well for like pumpkins, watermelons, radish seeds, so any seasonal crop. So for this build, you are going to need a spawn point or a spawn like an obby start flag. They're only like 10,000 coins. If you don't have any spawn points, just go out here and run up to the mechanic right here, Mr. Jack, and then buy these for 10,000. You only need one. So just buy one of those for 10,000 coins, and we're going to come back over here. We're going to see how much we can make off this crop because he's here now, so we might as well do it. So I'm going to show you a sample run here, and then we're going to finish this build, and that way you know how it's, set up. So one thing you're going to notice, I've got a totem here, and these are starfruit totems. You might be wondering, Deviate, why do you have starfruit totems with wheat farms? Well, this is not going to be used at all for starfruit. We're using the totems for their upgrades. So we're going to be upgrading these totems so that they actually speed up the crop growth. So these actually will work with pumpkins and radishes and watermelons as well. So you don't actually need starfruit for these to work. You can pretty much use any of these totems here that actually are for like any kind of vegetation or crops. So tomatoes, wheat, potatoes, carrots, and even the starfruit ones. We're just going to clear this all out of all the wheat that's currently here. And then I'm going to show you, we're going to replant with pumpkins. Look how much pumpkins go for though. Look at 52 coins each. So I already have 418. We're just going to go and reset that real quick. So that's 21,000. So pretty much all my pumpkins are gone now. So let's go ahead and, harvest this real quick. So we're just going to kind of do a little run through here. We're just running through. Look at the sickle. The power of the sickle is just amazing. So I have not done one of these farms yet, and a lot of you actually kept asking me for this. So we're going to go and do this. This is only like 1.0. This is version 1.0 of my farm. This is really for active grinders. You could macro this. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could. You 100% could. So let's go ahead and set this up. I'm going to go and plow the rest of this real quick. So you can see it's basically 9 wide, right? So it's 4, and the middle is actually reserved for your conveyor. Now you don't have to use a conveyor. You can just run it if you want to. You don't actually have to have a conveyor. You just want to make sure you run in a straight line. So if you want, you could just, leave it unplowed like this and just run in the center. It's totally up to you. I like the conveyor because things go a lot faster for us. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather just be able to click. I don't want to have to do a whole lot of running. So this is pretty good. One thing to note, when I was running my tests, it looks like this reaches about 4 outs. So what that means is basically it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's basically like a 9x9, right? Big 9x9 square. So this being in the center. So essentially what we're looking at is this is going to be able to reach these, the boosts are going to be able to reach all the way out here and all the way out here. Now I haven't super confirmed this, meaning 100% confirmed this, but when I was running my tests with the boost, with the upgraded totems, it actually did speed up everything all the way up to 4 blocks out. So we're going to upgrade those in a minute, but let's go ahead and finish this conveyor layout here. So we're just going to bring this all the way out. Now, like I said, it is 4, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's its reach, right? So let me start again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next totem is going to go right here. And this one will reach all the way 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it'll reach all the way out to here. Basically, that's going to be the end of our reach. And then I'm going to upgrade these to a point. I do have limited resources right now to be able to upgrade all of these. If I could, I would upgrade them all the way to max, but I can't. I can't afford that quite yet. So let's go ahead and get these conveyors built and placed. Let's go and create our little drop-off point so that when we fall off, we know we're going to fall off right here. And so we're basically going to loop this over and over and over. And let's make sure if I'm at a full charge, I can't. Okay, good. Okay, that's perfect. So, and the other thing you'll notice, see how my body's rotated? If you don't like that, you can pretty much just go and rotate it here. So let's rotate this. Drop off, see if my rotation's corrected. Yep, so that's better now. So now I'm facing forward instead of backwards. Okay, so now we need to plant our pumpkin seeds. So we need to just set this up so that it's everything. The only things that we have in here are the things we need. So we got our pumpkin seeds, put that in number 1. Actually, let's put that as second. We're gonna get our sickle first. Then it's gonna be pumpkin seeds. So we're just gonna go ahead and plant these. So you're gonna notice I'm just kind of doing random placements here because our conveyor's moving so fast that we're just gonna do this, right? So we're just kind of blanketing this. You can also just do this if you want. Just do the first row, and we're going to do this multiple times, and then we're only going to harvest when things are ready. Super chill. So if you're watching a movie, just do this because there's no totem for pumpkins, right? So this is going to be a manual process no matter what. There's no auto for this other than macros. So you can even macro this same exact format here, just same exact, mouse movements, and it'll eventually fill in. But you can see I'm just doing as much as I can, and then we're going to drop off again. And then we wait, and in this case, we're just going to go ahead and charge it forward a little bit. You can even charge forward if you're active grinding grinding like you're probably going to be, you can just do this, you know, completely active, and that's good. That looks like a complete field. Now what we're going to do is we need to upgrade these totems. What I think we're probably going to do is upgrade them to at least level 10 each. So we'll go up to like 10 here if we can afford it on all of them, and then we'll upgrade them a little bit more each time. So I'll go up to 10, and it's going to speed it up quite a bit. So you can see 10 is going to bump it up to 18% each. Where I want to be is 25% each, but we'll sneak up there in a minute. We got our last set of 10 here. There we go. So all of these are now 10. So it's going to definitely speed things up. We're going to go and upgrade a little bit more because we have the means to do so. So let's get this up to at least 25 each. So we'll try to get 12 on all of these. I mean, if you can max out your utility in all of them, then all the more to you. And you can also increase, you can add more totems. They do stack. So let's see, I've got 10,000 more wood. So we're going to go and upgrade all the way until we hit pine. And we only have, okay, we have 11,000 pine. We can actually go up even more. Go to level 20. Okay, so we're up to level 20 on all these. Let's see if we can go any higher. I don't know how much birch I have. I only have 1,000 birch. So let's go to like, we'll go to 25 on as many as we can. All right, we're as high as we can go. All right, so let's go and start this process. I want to see how much we can actually make. And it looks like I missed a couple spots. So we're going to go and replant those seeds. There we go. And you can, of course, use sprinklers as well. The only reason I'm not using sprinklers is they do take up a lot of space for how much they give you. So I'm actually going to do our first run through here. So I'm basically just going to hold down and we can speed it up as we go. So I've already got 400. You see I'm getting between 3 and 4 pumpkins each. So now we can hop down. Now we're going to go plant. We're just going to focus on the closest blocks for now. Just kind of, you know, spread them around. Hop off. All right, so we're ready for the next one. What we're going to do though real quick is you can see we were getting 3 to 4 on these, right? So let's go over here and upgrade our quality a bit. Get it up to 15. And you can see that's going to give us 40% more yield. So I'm just going to do it for the first 2. And if it goes well, then we'll actually increase it for the rest. Now, we don't need to actually worry about the efficiency because we're not using any totems. We're not even using the totems for anything other than the boost. See, look how fast it comes through now. It's so fast. All right, so we're going to give it a little bit more time. So just because these are still going, I want to be able to see an accurate take on those first totems. But like we're already at 1,000 here. Let's go, we'll go sell these in a bit to this guy, see how much we make. Actually, let's go run up to see what 1,000 would give us. So currently we're at 50,000 coins so far. Now, based on how long it's taken for these to grow, I would actually say you probably want to make this a lot longer. You know, it didn't even take up that many pumpkin seeds. All right, let's see how much yield we get from this first batch right here. Okay, it's only giving us 3 pumpkins still. So it's only 3 still. I don't know that it's really worth it based on that. So I wouldn't even worry about the quality. Now, if only they had a, you know, mass seed planter, that'd be rad. Having to do this is kind of a pain when you got a sickle and then you still have to like, you know, do this. Now this works really well with berry bushes. So if you have a berry farm, you can do the same thing with it. Because the nice thing about that is you don't actually have to replant. The difference though is that the price is, you know, this is worth way more. This is more than double the value. So berry seeds, berry bushes, they nerfed it so you can only get like, I think 2 or 3 berries. I think it's 2. So this is way better than a berry bush. It's worth the replant, especially from a time savings. It's way worth it. Now, anytime you can automate something, obviously the better. So I will actually show you a version of this just automated. You know, the one thing that I would say, if we're going to automate it, we do want to make it longer. So we're going to go and start expanding this now and see how far we can get it. Now we're going to obviously upgrade the totems only to a certain point. So let's see, I've got 5,000. Yeah, we got plenty. And I've got plenty of conveyors as well. So we're going to go and get these. I have 570. So let's go and fill this grass in. And I'm going to show you real quick how much we've made so far just off that second run. This is how much we've made, about another 40,000 coins. So this is a big money maker. I mean, if we just farm this all day, we'd be so rich. So let's go ahead and get this expanded really far out. Of course, we do have a limitation on seeds, so we're going to need to buy more. So let's get our plow out. Now, the question is always like, you know, as far as like how much you should spend on seeds. So for each harvest, we're getting about 3 pumpkins. So that's about 150 coins per harvest, right? So every single time we grab one of these pumpkins, it's basically like if I do this, you're going to see it says 3, right? So we just got 3 more. So that is about a little over 150. I think it's like 156 coins, right? And so in order for us to break even with the 12,000 coins that we buy the pumpkin seeds for from someone, we need to harvest about 100 times, right? So it's about 100 harvests before you break even on a single seed, which is kind of crazy to think about, you know, 100 harvests. That's a lot to break even on that seed. Over time, you know, it's really worth it, but immediately it's not really worth it. So we're not going to actually go out and buy more because we want to use what we've got. So let's go ahead and grab these. Go ahead and plant all this. All right, so we just ran out of seeds, unfortunate, but we ran out. So that's as far as we're going to get it. So obviously watermelon's going to be way better than this. You know, for each watermelon run, you're going to be making about, I would say about 100,000 each run. but you're gonna need a lot of watermelon seeds. 100,000 each run. Think about that. 10 runs, make it $1 million. You know, now of course, automation is king. So we're gonna go and automate this. What I'm also gonna do over here, I'm actually gonna set up some radishes just because radishes are gonna be coming up soon. And I've got a ton of them. So let's go ahead and set those up. Go ahead and get some more totems out. Let's see, my star fruit. Okay, so these are all upgraded, so they're pretty good. So if you're gonna automate this, it's pretty straightforward. You're just gonna pretty much auto hotkey it. So how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna get my tiny task out. So we're gonna record. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start it about right here. I'm gonna go and start it. And so we're just holding on to this the entire time until we get to the edge. Big difference between my original design is that it only did 1 at a time. If you recall that, this is actually doing 8 at a time. Look at this troll Cletus. He's so troll. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch to the second key and we're going to just do this. We're gonna do this all the way to the end. And you can ignore the pumpkins that we missed. They're gonna get harvest later. So the second run, we're gonna, speed up the movement of our mouse here. We're just gonna do one more run here before we start harvesting. Because you can see we have the time. You know how we have the time because you can see these are still turning green. All right, so at this stage, we can pretty much switch it to the first key, and then we're going to stop our recording, and then we're gonna play it back. There we go. It only picks up like the first wave of them. See how it's missing some radish? Noticing that. It's also missing a lot of pumpkins. So it seems like the sickle does need everything to be kind of refreshed before it can be very efficient. This is still awesome. This is still a really, really awesome auto farm. You can see second go around, it's actually starting to get those radishes. All right, so now it's starting to plant. It's actually doing a pretty good job considering it's replanting almost every single row here. It's looking really good. So now we're speeding up. You can see this is the speed up. This is basically the final, this is more of like a detailed fill. There we go. Now it's gone to sickle. There we go. So if you were to leave this overnight, you're pretty much replanting the entire crop. Ooh, that's looking really clean too. That's a way cleaner harvest right here. This is completely automated. I'm not even touching it right now. I'm just watching all the way to the end. It's clearing the field. So obviously there's many other ways to do this. I think this is one of the best ways to do it considering the range on the sickle. You are definitely going to need to replant manually, unfortunately. So, none of the options I have are really going to be super accurate on replants. That's pretty much one of the most accurate macros I have currently. And it does a really good job of refilling like all of these. I'm just doing this so it's a little faster. So, with a little tweaking that can actually be perfected. Either way, I'll probably just active grind this the way we've been doing it with this conveyor. This really is a nice replacement for my old Starfruit farm. If you remember my OP onion and Starfruit farm, this is actually a nice replacement for it because it's actually really powerful. There's no real reason to have that giant farm anymore, especially with this power. All right, so let's go ahead and sell what we've done so far, just see how much we've made. Let's go over here, sell. So we just made 382,000 coins. It's a pretty nice haul for this short video. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button and smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.